Welcome to the Wally Show Aftercast. All the stuff we did not get to during the course of the show today, including a gift that we were sent by Peter. He's a graphic artist, listens to the show, has been a potty for years, and he had said, I'm going to work up some things for you guys about your personalities, and he sent them to us framed and everything. Very nice. Thank you, Peter. And he has me. I'm the voice of reason. It's me with a little man's body and a giant head standing on a soapbox yelling, and it's like, oh, it kind of nailed me, actually. That's how I picture myself, actually.
Yeah, it's pretty accurate.
Yeah, because Betty Rock always accuses me of being on a soapbox, but I don't know any other way to do life. I rant about things. What did yours say, Betty Rock?
Mine, I was sitting on the floor with a bunch of cats, so
nice.
Checks out. But mine said, I'm one cat away from being a crazy cat lady.
Yeah, okay.
A little rude.
No, cute.
I only have one cat.
Yeah, I feel like crazy cat lady has to escalate to 5 plus. So you're far away.
Thank you.
Literally, but it is funny still.
Yeah. Gavin, what about yours?
All right, I'm in a bathroom, and it's a picture of like me. I've got the weird plate rabbit ears from when we did that rabbit competition.
Oh my goodness!
So I don't know why
he knows the show.
Yeah, it's a good picture. I'm cute, and I'm holding my stomach, and there's those little little emergency signals coming from it.
Yeah.
Talk about the tender tummy, which I have.
Wow,
and
that's a whole lot.
There's a little graphic of what I assume is like in stomach intestine, I think, and it's just he looks sad, and it's saying, "Where's my donut?" And I don't know if that's supposed to be me being hungry.
No, it's your butt surgery.
It's my butt surgery.
Yeah,
I know.
I think it's all of
I just
that.
want to believe it's not. But
Well, he got everything there for you.
Yeah,
everything we
crushed it.
know about Gavin is all in one picture there.
Nothing outstanding, you know?
Yeah, not the best look for me.
It's not stuff that I'm like proud of or that I love about myself.
You
It's
know
just the funny stuff.
You should be like, all right, I see that this is how people see me. I'm gonna make some changes. I'm gonna.
I can't change the past.
That's true.
Can't
That
not
is very
have butt
true.
surgeries.
That is
10
very
years
true.
ago.
I know. Unfortunately. Well, Peter, thank you for taking the time to do those and send them to us. You're the best, man. All right, so here we go. Vacation time is coming up. Do you guys do Airbnbs?
Yes.
You do? Okay.
We just booked one for the end of August.
Did you really?
For,
I'm
one
a
with
bit
the family.
skeptical on it.
Why?
Because it's run by strangers. I don't know who they are. There could be cameras everywhere. It's just a
Ding.
little creepy.
Ding, ding. That is the biggest concern, like with Airbnbs, is cameras. Because there's been videos, I've seen TikTok videos of people
I
that
saw one.
Did you see the one
It was
where
terrifying.
they were scrolling through like the different feeds on the TV, trying to watch TV, and they hit a camera hidden in the house.
Oh, no, I didn't see that.
Oh yeah, and they'd been there for like
no.
4 days already, and so then they're like reporting that, but you're like, okay, that was weird.
I saw one where the girlfriends that she was with were making fun of her for checking everything to see
Yeah.
if there was a camera. And then she checks an outlet, and there actually is a tiny little camera there.
Really? See? I'm telling you, man. Like, I know hotels are expensive, and it seems like a great idea to do Airbnbs, but they did a survey, and they found that 1 in 4 people that stayed at Airbnbs had found a camera in their rental. Like, that's a lot, 25%.
It's tough because, at my house, I have cameras that face like the outside, and then
Right.
I have one that faces the inside. So it's a natural thing that I feel comforted by having something looking at every aspect of my property. And I get the whole notion of protection of property.
Did you put that up, or did the house come with it?
Oh, no, we put it up.
You did?
Yeah.
Really?
At one point, it was probably because we wanted to check on our dogs because
Okay.
we had just gotten Jasper and we wanted
Yeah.
to make sure he and Ellie weren't like fighting inside.
Yeah.
But then it was something that like we just threw up, and every once in a while, Haley will say like, "Oh, do you want to see how they're doing?" Because we'll
Yeah.
be gone for 9 hours a day. So we do have some that look into the house.
Do you really?
Yeah.
I don't. That's interesting. I don't have any cameras. Airbnb's website says that you can have cameras at your Airbnb, but you have to inform. They have rules for it. No private spaces, bedrooms, bathrooms, blah
sure.
blah blah, etc. The recording devices must be disclosed. And no hidden cameras. And so obviously that should go without saying, but they say that they can be in the public spaces as long as they're visible. So that's part of their policy. And I get when you're a renter, you want to keep your place safe and people destroying it. And so you record things or whatever. But man, like if you're staying there, that would be super creepy. We stayed at one place that the cameras were on the outside of the house and they disclosed it. They're like, yeah, it's for protection of the property if someone breaks in or whatever. But then you're like, are they all on the outside? It makes you skeptical.
Yeah, it's just, it gives people too much free range to just do whatever they want, and I'm not down with
But I guess
that
could happen in hotels, though, too. Like, you probably got to make a sweep. It's bad you get in this world where you got to make a sweep through everything. Basically, they gave you some expert advice. Finding the permitted security camera there, it won't ruin your time. If it makes you uncomfortable, simply avoid that area. Well, that's the whole reason I'm at a place is to not avoid something. I want to relax and just enjoy it. And they're like, or drape a piece of clothing over it.
Okay, sure,
Which
whatever.
that seems awful weird too. So, and I have friends that they love Airbnbs. They do them all the time. They would rather do those than hotels. I'm more of a hotel guy. I did a what do they call it? A bed and breakfast one time, and hated it.
Those seem like they have more
Hated it.
room for like failure, or at
Yes.
least like having things be like weird, awkward.
Every bit of
It
that.
doesn't seem natural to me.
Like it was a regular like house that had been converted to a bed and breakfast, and basically you were going into your own room, and it had a bathroom that was just yours, which was nice. But then right next to you, like living in a house was other people, and then you would go downstairs and the people were nice. They'd make you breakfast and everything, but it was just, I don't know, man. It was just weird.
It's sad that we've gotten to that day and age, but it's true. Like, you just can't trust people.
Yeah. I just like when I'm on vacation, I'm not on vacation to make friends.
Yeah.
And like a lot of people that go into Airbnbs, like that's the thing. They want that interaction with people and that personal touch and stuff. And I want to be left alone. like way alone, and so
I understand Airbnbs though, because you can usually choose like a very unique type of stay. Like
Right.
my parents were in Seattle last year, and I think that one of their stays was like a little like tiny house boat type
Right,
thing that was
right.
like on the water, and that's
Right.
not something you get at like a Holiday Inn per se. Like a place we booked for later this summer has like a pool and a hot tub, and it's really close to the water, and we have nieces and nephews that can enjoy that, and we don't have to go from floor 8 to bottom floor to do that. We just get to do it right then and there. But I do get some of the creepy aspects of it.
I think Airbnbs probably got hurt a little bit by not Airbnbs, bread and breakfasts probably got hurt a little bit by Airbnb stuff, because then you get the experience of like the house and it feeling like home, but you don't have to deal with anybody. The weirdest ones are the Airbnbs where like the people are in the house still.
Oh, like you're renting like a
like part of the house,
like a guest
Yes.
house.
My cousin did that.
No, she did not.
Yeah, she was in town for a wedding, her and her fiance, and that's what they did.
No.
Yeah.
See, that is weird.
The family,
to me.
you could hear them upstairs.
No.
And the whole downstairs
Just
was
book a
like
hotel if you want to do
Airbnb.
that.
Yeah, but they're like, yeah, you get the whole downstairs to yourself. No, I'm not down for that.
It was weird.
Yeah.
Not my thing.
No. Lady Rock, what do you got?
Well, I think it's easy to prove that there are certain TV shows that will affect your mood. And so I found this thing that lists the 3 shows that put you in various moods. Ooh. So the happiest, the most nostalgic, the most stressful, and the most emotional.
Okay.
What do you want to start with?
Let's start with happiest.
Okay, the happiest. Okay, coming in at number 1 was Modern Family.
Oh, really? Okay, Modern Family had a good run. It was fun. The writing in that was really good.
Friends. Also made the cut.
People
It's
still
very
watch
nice.
that one.
And The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Oh,
it's funny.
Yeah. I've never gone back really and watched back through that one. I've gone back through and watched through Friends and kind of enjoyed it. And I haven't really gone back through and watched Modern Family. Like it was in syndication for a little bit, but I didn't watch much of it.
The most nostalgic is Friends, then Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Oh, wow.
And then Seinfeld. Had a very close third.
Yeah, Seinfeld is one of those things. It was great in the moment. And I really liked it in the moment. Like it was part of that time and everyone was talking about it and stuff like that. And then I go back and try to watch it and I'm like, okay. It's not one I've
It's
watched.
a little dated.
I've tried to watch a couple episodes. I'm like, okay. I get why it was good, but it doesn't hold up for me.
The most stressful shows.
24.
No, that should be on there.
Alias.
Grey's Anatomy.
Yes.
Is it really?
Grey's Anatomy made it to second.
Huh.
Breaking Bad was first.
I never saw that.
That's terrible.
Grey's Anatomy, and then Ozark.
Oh, yeah.
Just those
Ozark.
shows where it's like about, especially with like Breaking Bad and Ozark, you're talking about 2 shows where you've got people or like families that are dealing with like criminal related stuff, and you kind of don't want them to get caught, but you know it's
Super
bad.
dark, too, you know? Yeah, I've never seen a single episode of Breaking Bad. I know that everybody talked about it like it was a big deal, and it was a redefining role for Bryan Cranston, you know, coming out of Malcolm in the Middle and stuff, but I've never seen a single episode.
I haven't either. And then the most emotional, I think this is no surprise. This Is Us.
Oh, just that music hits and you're just
The crock pot.
Oh,
who's gonna die this episode?
that one got me so many times. It killed me. And the one, like, because I just lost my dad, and then and then the one where his dad William dies, like,
Tough.
yeah, because like he's like, and I remember one of these episodes, like he's wearing oxygen. My dad had to wear oxygen and stuff, and I remember watching it, and I'm just like, oh, this is the worst time for this at all. I had to walk out. I walked out of the room and I was like crying, like I was upset. And I came back in and my wife was like, are you okay? Because she knew I was upset. She's like, it's your dad. I'm like, yeah, it is. And she's like, okay. You ready to start watching? I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, I paused it for you. What is wrong with you? Why would you pause that?
Keep the pain alive.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, what kind of sick person are you?
Bless her heart.
And she thought she was doing me a favor,
Yeah,
but I'm
she
like, that
thought.
was horrible, man.
Yeah. The other one that made the list was Grey's Anatomy.
Nah, boo. Yeah, I don't care about any of
over it.
those things. Yeah.
Yeah, over it.
You got some birthdays?
I do. Let's see. Lisa. Lisa wants to wish Amy a happy birthday. Amy is turning 30, a special needs young adult who loves the Lord with all
Nice.
her heart.
Nice.
I would love for Amy to hear happy birthday.
Oh, the song?
Yes.
Happy birthday from all of us to you. Wish it was our birthday so we can party too. Hey! I hope she did the hey at the end.
Then we've got a question from Sierra. Sierra wants to know, what is your favorite memory with your grandparents?
So many.
Yeah. Did you know your grandparents? Like, not everybody does. Like, not everybody has that blessing because their parents died when they were younger, you know, or the grandparents died when they were younger.
I would say that I don't.
You don't
mainly
really?
just because we lived in Tennessee and they were in Arkansas and
So you didn't see
Louisiana.
them much.
I mean, Christmas time you did, but then I was younger and
Yeah.
no, not really.
But you know yours, Gavin. Do you still have your grandparents?
Yeah, I've got
Must be nice. Weird brag. Mine are all dead.
Stop it. This is not the I'm young. I'm literally a child in this room. They're still doing well. It's basically, you are my grandpa's age.
I'm so happy for you. I'm so glad.
I think that I've got like 2 that just like came to mind because I've got so many. The one was like, you know, when we got on the cruise a couple of weeks ago, we went on with my grandparents.
Your grandparents went on the cruise?
Yeah,
Oh,
they
wow.
did. So it was me, Haley, and then my grandma and grandpa. And this is on my mom's side. They kind of sectioned us off to have us get on the boat at a certain time frame, and then the rest of my family got on later. I'm not 100% sure why we did that, but we got on the cruise with my grandparents, and I don't get to share a lot of like, you know, just one-on-one memories with them anymore these days. So it was cool to get like a memory with them as I'm an adult. And then the other one was that my grandpa got me into coffee. And when I think of coffee and I think of like my favorite version of coffee, I always picture the smell of coffee in their house out in New Mexico that we've been going to since I was a kid. So like when I think of coffee, I think of my grandpa.
Oh, that's cool.
Aw.
I got to, my grandpa, he would always, they had toys in the house. And they were all these little plastic boats and these plastic planes. And he would always get on the ground and play with us and stuff. And he would tell stories. It's my mom's dad. And he was so great at that, super creative. And he was fun. And then my other grandpa, like I loved going to his house because he had all these tools and I could build things. Like, and he'd just let me build whatever. Like, power tools, go for it, kid. I know you're 7. You haven't been checked out on this. You'll be fine. So I learned the hard way on things. But like those were 2 very formidable things. Like my grandfather, like telling me stories served me well in this job, learning how to tell a story. He was really creative and he wrote. And then my other grandfather teaching me how to build things is what I still do to this day, you know. And so I definitely feel the imprint from them as well. So
That's sweet.
well, there you go. A nice little sweet end to the Aftercast today. And that's going to do it. Thanks for being a potty.